What is up guys, it is Ross, and welcome back to another Mario Kart Wii Limitless vehicle showcase and developer commentary. In this part, we will be going over the Zip Zip. And the Zip Zip, like the Spear that I covered previously, the Zip Zip, fuck off Yoshi. The Zip Zip is one of those vehicles that kind of functions the way you'd expect from like a vanilla vehicle, but with a few Limitless twists and turns thrown in. I guess I should start by mentioning the Zip Zip's capability on twists and turns. I turned a figure of speech into a literal statement there. Zip Zip is one of those vehicles that has the access to quick charge, and I demonstrated that perfectly by shooting myself off the bloody track. But yeah, Zip Zip has access to a reduced mini turbo charge rate, and what that does is it lets it access its mini turbo boosts quicker than your average vehicle would. Which is pretty nice because Zip Zip's mini turbo stat is pretty mediocre. Speaking of the Zip Zip stats, I suppose I should give a rundown on what it specializes in real quick. Zip Zip has exceptional off-road, and it has an unusual combination of being really good in both top speed and handling. Like, it goes the same speed as the Flame Runner with a handling stat that's higher than like the standard bikes, which is a pretty scary combination to have. It makes it very effective and extremely versatile. Extremely versatile for an all-rounded vehicle, which Zip Zip kind of is. It has really good top speed, really good handling. Its drift isn't the best. Its acceleration is pretty mediocre, but its off-road is fantastic, and while its mini turbo isn't that too great, quick charge does a pretty good job at cancelling that out. And it's pretty strong as well. Like, it's the heaviest medium weight bike, I believe. I was about to say inside drift bike. I'm like, wait a minute, this thing doesn't have inside drift. Something's not adding up here. Zip Zip also has a high turn speed value, which means it hardly loses any speed when swerving. Like, you can see I only lost a little bit of speed per second when it was swerving in a wheelie, which is obviously a nice luxury. It means it can realign with minimal hassle, and this synergizes with its high handling stat exceptionally well. Oh boy, this track's gonna be interesting. Quick charge is gonna hard carry me here. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Zip Zip can, like, its drift isn't the best, but it can correct itself. It can correct its alignment extremely well. So if you're looking to just pick up an outside drift bike, Zip Zip is a very good candidate. Like, if you want to use, like, outside drift, but you don't really, like, you're too nervous to, like, work around the slipperiness and the outwards momentum that outside drift bikes typically have, Zip Zip is definitely a vehicle that I would recommend. Its driving feels nice, its stats are very well rounded, which means that you'll pretty much always be... You'll always have an out for any negative situation you find yourself in. What else about Zip Zip can I talk about? Its pack price is pretty good. I'll show off its off-road here. Its off-road's amazing, but its pack price, it has... Its combination of handling and speed and access to quick charge means that it can weave around opponents pretty well, and it can keep up a lead in a pinch. If you need, like, a makeshift frontrunner, Zip Zip can play that role if you're skilled enough. Where did that red shell come from? I'm slightly scared. Yeah, it's simply a fantastic utility vehicle. There's... Like, I wish I could say more, but I really can't. Like, it can swerve around items and opponents pretty effortlessly, and its combination of high speed and quick charge can make it pretty strong at front running despite not being optimized for doing such. And while its drift is bad, the fact that it's an outside drift vehicle means that you can do strats like double hopping to cover that weakness up. Because, like, it's not good at drifting, but it's not terrible either. Like, some outside drift vehicles are, like, demonstrably terrible at drifting. Like, Classic Dragster has awful drift, and Sugar Scoot, which is also an outside drifting bike, its drift is even worse. So, yeah, you can make Zip Zip's drift pretty damn great when applying advanced techniques such as that. Which gives the vehicle a nice, like, skill ceiling, which is lovely. A skill ceiling that I cannot reach to save my life, judging by how often I'm flying into walls. I think that's just me trying to be better than I actually am. Me saying that as the number 3 ranked player in LTRC is a diabolical statement, I must admit, but, you know, even us professional gamers, we have our off days, and I think today is one of them. Right? Damn. He went around. He went around it. Which is unfortunate, but you know, we can win them all. I think Zip Zip is definitely a vehicle that a lot of players have warmed up to as of late. And I think that coincides with a recent rework it had, because originally its handling stat was a lot higher and its drift stat was a lot lower. Right? It was less... How should I put it? It was more min-maxed, basically. But there was potential in the Zip Zip to be more of, like, a vanilla feeling ODB, because there weren't many of those, like, in earlier versions. I think it was really just the standard Bike S and the Phantom. And I guess the Shooting Star if you ignore its comically lopsided speed to mini-turbo ratio. So, we decided to nerf the handling and buff the drift to make it more in line with what you would expect from an average outside drifting bike in vanilla. And I think that was a pretty good change, because I think Zip Zip has definitely earned itself the title of being one of the more beginner-friendly outside drifting vehicles, which for an outside drifting bike is huge. Outside drifting bikes aren't exactly considered to be the most intuitive vehicles in Mario Kart Wii, so the fact that people are so keen to try out Zip Zip is definitely... You know, it's just really nice that Limitless can shed light on some of Mario Kart Wii's less desired playstyles. It just goes to show that every vehicle has its fans, basically. And I think people are, like, sort of more conscious about outside drift bikes in the wider Mario Kart Wii community. Because, like, obviously the outside drift bike revelation happened, well, it must have been a few years ago at this point, and, what's it called? ODB Lounge is now a thing. Like, you can join the ODB Discord server and play competitive lounges now with, like, outside drifting bikes, including the Zip Zip. Like, that's awesome. Like, just last week that would have been unthinkable, but now it's a genuine thing. So yeah, the fact that Zip Zip resonates with a lot of people is definitely really nice. Like, you love to see it. And that about wraps up another Mario Kart Wii Limitless vehicle showcase and developer commentary. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to check out the next parts when they come out, and the previous if you haven't already. And until then, that is Ross, signing out. Goodbye.